Hey guys, welcome back to King Arthur Pendragon, Week 18. I am, of course, the Game Master, Arthur Perkins. It's been an interesting week. We've got some stuff on the table for everybody here, including a tournament, 2 invasions, and a kidnapping. Possibly a wedding as well. We'll see how that goes. Let's check in with everybody. Kroama, I see you did not agree with my assessment that Roka of the Six Braves was absolutely terrible in the last 10 minutes.
It was the last like 4 minutes that they introduced that character, which had no reason to ever be introduced. But
They were trying to keep that storyline alive. Bad,
I,
bad decision.
I can like imagine them bringing in that character as kind of like a childhood friend kind of thing, and like, oh, I faked it right away. But they seem to want to make it a real another one, and that's what hurts it the most. Not the fact that it's a stupid character, which it is, but that it comes in the way it does. I won't demean the enjoyment I had through the entire series for that
No,
one
no,
blunder.
it's terrible. I will demean it. I'm doing it right now. It's done. Anything else going on with you?
Nope, nothing to note.
How's that league game going?
It just finished, so I can
Oh,
finally
okay.
focus on our game. I lost, of course.
I assume you were, of course, playing Karina or Katrina or whatever her name is.
No, Timo, so I deserve to lose.
Well, size doesn't mean, it doesn't mean everything. Exactly. All right, Anosh, you're here. We heard that you might not be drunk. Maybe he's not here. Or he's muted.
Definitely here. Definitely maybe not drunk. Definitely.
Excellent. All of those things check out. How are you doing this week?
Pretty good. Had a fucking exhausting week. Had an exhausting weekend. We're really happy to still be awake for the session. It's gonna be awesome fun. It's gonna be religious.
Gonna be religious? I heard you say that earlier, and I'm kind of terrified as to what the
I have
implications
no
are.
idea how it's gonna be religious. Hopefully it
Oh, you're just
won't
gonna make it
like
up as you go? Yeah, it
yeah.
sounds good.
Hopefully Marx is not gonna be like me at church, just fall asleep and wake up like, is it done? Are we done? Communion? Okay.
We've learned so much about you.
11-year-old me, yes.
Anything else going on?
Ah, not much. I had like a fucking insane party where I was just like, it's 5 a.m. I need to go home.
To play some video
Yeah.
games, right?
Yeah, but yeah. So it's so late. I must go to sleep. How do I explain? Like, yeah, I need to go because of video games. That's really hard to explain.
All right, Erik, how are you doing this week?
Yeah, pretty decent. Nothing all that eventful. Although I have to say, this week has made me kind of despair for the American educational system because I cannot tell you how many times this week I was asked whether I had named my dog Ajax after the cleaning product. So that was interesting.
Before you hate on that, that's not an unreasonable question. That is one of the most popular uses of the word Ajax.
Yeah, it is. Still.
All right, okay. Hate on the American education system all you want. I'm not gonna stop you. Ah, anything else?
Um, Not really. Yeah, nothing big happened. Just
Okay.
looking forward to this week. Should be interesting.
All right, I got a couple of announcements. On Monday, we have Star Wars Edge of the Empire, which is going to be ongoing for a few weeks. And people are liking Star Wars. It turns out a lot of people like Star Wars. How would I know that? I wouldn't, but I should have. I should have been running it a lot sooner, given how much people like it. Perhaps, viewer, you might like it too. If you think you might like it, you should head to my channel at youtube.com/c/APGamingREAL and check out Star Wars Edge of the Empires, Shadow of War. Look at that self-promotion shout out. Tonight is, of course, sponsored by Air. You need it to live, or you'll die. Air. Breathe it. So, let's see what happened here last time. According to my notes, you wandered around, you killed a bunch of stuff. In general, Orcus was dead.
Sounds about right.
Making a mockery of my notes. Honestly, I actually forgot to take notes last time. Which is not good. Which is terrible. I was so busy, like, running the show, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to take notes. But we can go over the highlights, yes. The players did round out the Siege of London. They helped stop the battle that was ongoing between two tribes of Saxons. There were a number of new Saxon invasions incoming, with Saxon-on-Saxon combat. Finally, the players, at the request of King Nantiliode, joined him at a battle against the Hillfolk, where Sir Siv's battle knowledge was tested, and his understanding of politics and trickery were also tested. And what is that phrase from A Knight's Tale? He was weighed, measured, and found wanting. That one. That's the one. No, you impressed him somewhat, because you didn't fail any checks. You just didn't get any criticals. Mm-hmm. And finally, invading the palace, Eadwald put to rest his hated enemy, the king of the Irish expatriates, King Orcus, thus reuniting Esquivalin and Estragales under the rule of King Nantiliode. Nantiliode immediately disbanded most of his army, returning his knights to their homestead, and began hiring professional mercenaries to help him do some mountainside fighting, for reasons no one can figure out. He also disbanded most of his siege forces, with the option to recontract them next year. In the meantime, there was a rap battle between two Saxon princes, both of whom were rather upset over various events that happened throughout the year. There may have been someone who blamed Eadwald for being a little cocky. I think that happened last year, right? There was
no.
You were like, yeah.
No, what happened last year was that Eadwald sent 50 pounds to try and help the family Serpestus, and then it got rejected and spit in my sort of thing.
His cousin showed up and was like, Dick, maybe you can learn how to act in proper society. We don't want your money. And he made you feel bad, too. That was the most crushing part. In response, you decided to take that 50 gold and use it to fund a party. A tournament to which we now move to. So, at this tournament, there is the long pastime of the Britons, hunting. There's a general melee, where there are two battle commanders and various knights take up arms against each other. And finally, there is the single elimination tournament and a horsemanship show. Basically a race. What events would any and all of you like to participate in?
Oh. Can Eadwald participate? My impression was that the sponsor didn't participate in his own tournament.
You can participate.
Oh, all right.
If not, you can sit back and judge it haughtily.
We'll take part.
Civ has only one thing in mind, and that's the battle tournament leader.
Okay.
So I think Eadwald will probably do the single combat. Let's see. It was hunting, horsemanship.
Hunting, open melee, single combat battle, and horsemanship. So where were you, Eadwald?
He'll do single combat.
Just single combat?
So single combat, the open melee is what exactly?
So that would be between two battle leaders will pit their forces against each other. And it's like all of the knights and their squires will participate.
So that would be using the battle skill, right?
Yes. And currently the one participant is Sir Siv.
Yeah, not interested in doing that one. Then there was a horsemanship one?
Yes.
I'll give that one a shot. He's
What is
got
Sir
only got-
Marcus participating in?
DeMarcus. Anosh.
Anosh.
Well, let's toss it to Kroama real quick. What is
Yes.
Civ?
What is Civ? What is
Yeah, Civ, what are you participating in? Just Battle Leader?
Just the battle leader. He doesn't
Okay.
really take too kindly to his actual fighting skills. So
All right. Sir Marcus, what events would you like to participate in? I thought we had him there for a second, but I think we lost him again.
Joust in the melee? I think. Maybe
No joust.
melee. Then why not?
Okay.
Yeah. What else is there that he could participate in?
What's
Single
his
elimination
horsemanship?
tournament.
Hmm.
What's Sir Marcus's horsemanship, Anosh?
Not the absolute best. 16, I think.
Oh, I mean, I only have 15, and I'm giving it a shot. Might as well go for it. I mean, you still, even if you don't win, you get glory for participating.
So is the race something you want to participate in? Anosh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Race? Yeah, sure, for sure.
All right. What about any of the other events? Tournament?
Tournament, I think sounds good. The melee sounds good. Yeah, I think let's do that.
All right. Excellent. So the hunt opens up early in the morning of the first day, and they come back with multiple hunting parties, but the winner declared is Sir Hendrix, who returns very early with a boar. He's looking quite well. I know no one's checked in with him over the years, but yes, he's doing very well for himself. Picked up a couple of manors over the last few years in various areas, including Wanborough. Just slowly expanding his influence very carefully.
How has he been
He's
getting
come a
his
long way.
manners?
Do you want to ask?
Is it something that would just be generally known?
Sure.
I
I mean, yeah. So he's been getting these manors by like conquering them. You know, he's been riding out with friends and retainers in a small band, and they'll like surround a manor and just force the lord to surrender or execute, and just take it, and dividing the treasures up between them. Another member of the band is, of course, Sir Alan, who is now Banneret Alan. He's been taking quite a few places himself and is well on his way to becoming a baron.
Interesting.
Alan is interesting on his own.
So, the first event that opens up after that, the hunt, everyone gathers around a huge ringed fighting pit in kind of the Roman Colosseum style, but instead of, stone benches, it's all like wooden works, scaffolding. Everything inside has been watered down to make it especially muddy. And all of the participants divide themselves as evenly as possible. One side has the colors of Sir Marcus on their arms, and the other has the colors of Sir Sib on their arm. And 4 pages hold, like, what do they call them? Palanquins, where it's like a seat that's on top of a platform, and there's like 4 people carrying them.
Palanquins, yeah.
Yep, they have Marcus and Civ on them, and they're like carrying them around the battle so that they can point and like command people.
That's interesting.
So yeah, early on in the day, the pages had like pure, pristine white robes and clean white clothing. But within minutes of the event beginning to start, they're already completely covered in mud. As like people ride past them on horses. Some of the audience members like throw stuff at them. There's musicians wandering around in the crowd, kind of like people would sell hot dogs in our time. There's people who like entertain the crowd with music, expecting a small tip. And yeah, so we have all of the pageantry here. Everyone is excited. They believe that Sir Marcus, being most Christian, will easily crush Sir Civ, who was, while he was afforded respect by King Nantiliode, it has been spoken of from the halls of Escobalan that he was not quite what the king was expecting. So the betting is 3-2 in favor of Sir Marcus, quite openly.
And Sir Marcus is also more glorious, right?
Yes.
He's been through more.
I think, well, that might not be true. He's only got about
Civ
2,500 glory.
That's 1,000 more than Civ.
Oh, well then yes, he is more glorious than you. So, what are you guys, what are your characters doing? What does Civ and Marcus do as you're being led up on your chairs to the battle?
I think Civ's gonna go out in a slanted fashion to make it so they can't be flanked in any way. Like, they can't get around him.
Okay. So, Marcus, how do you command your troops?
Very drunkenly.
Still with us, Anosh?
I suspect he might be
Hell
fine.
yeah. Alright, let's do this.
Yeah. So how are you commanding your troops?
Line charge ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. Troops, I thought we were doing a tournament.
Yeah, you're also you signed up for the melee battle as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I know
you're
it's
commanding a
commanding them
force
melee.
of like lots of people to fight Sir Civ.
Yeah.
Ah.
So roll your battle skill.
Yeah. Let's just roll battle and see what happens.
Okay?
It always works so well for me.
Yeah. Your forces overwhelm Sir Civ. Civ launches his forces forward in like a slanted line. Your troops, you're just like, hey, come on, guys, slide forward. And they form into a flying V formation, like in Mighty Ducks, and just smash right through. A number of like young knights form a barrier around a more experienced knight and charge towards Civ's Pelican and begin like kicking all of the pages who are holding him up. And the senior knight kind of holds a wooden sword at your throat, Sir Civ, and is like, "Do you yield, sir?"
I've lost. I can't say anything about it.
The crowd
That's
is like,
'cause you're not
"Yeah,
trying to
Sir
shoot with the
Marcus!"
other brother.
Once more, a victory for Christianity. And at that point, Bishop Dubricus appears. He's been away in Rome for many years, and he just, like, shows up, and he's like, "Ah, yes, Sir Marcus. I see you are just as much of a Christian crusader as I had heard. Perhaps even greater than Aurelius. Come, come. Will you speak with me, Sir Marcus?"
I'm always glad to speak to those who are in service of Christ, my Lord.
Ah, yes, my son. Well, I've heard you've been spending far too much time with that Father Dewey. He's so against drinking alcohol. I think it's very odd. And, like, he pulls you aside, like, wandering off, going on a monologue about how British Christianity just isn't quite as good as Roman Christianity. It's close, but just not there.
Maybe that's why the Romans outlasted the Brits.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure British Christianity is still around.
Just in terms of popularity, I'm just saying.
Of course.
Although, I mean,
I think
rumors
that
of the Pope not being conservative enough anymore.
Whoa. The
Fox
Pope is in
News.
America right now, so
America! Is Fox News saying anything about it?
I don't
Wall
watch
to wall
Fox
coverage,
News.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, it's one of the things at the gym, and yes, they have been covering him more than a
Excellent.
little.
All right, so there is a race. Facing off with you in this race is Sir Alan as well. So can I get Sir Adewald, Sir Marcus to roll against Sir Alan in his 16 horsemanship? We'll see who is the victor. Well, it's not Sir Alan, who is immediately thrown from his fine horse.
Looks like Adewald.
So,
Oh, damn it.
yeah, when the race was beginning, Alan, like, rode up on this fine French destrier, and he was, like, pure white, absolute pure white, no spot on it. And he was just like, sup, Sir Alan here, gonna win this race. And like, at the start of the race, someone spooks his horse, and he's like, ah! He goes flying back into the mud.
Oof. That's gonna sting the pride.
Adewald takes an easy victory, with Sir Marcus finishing right in second place. Okay.
That was well written, Sir Edward. You are a skillful rider.
Thank you, Sir Marcus. It's good to see you around. Out of your... It's been too long.
Alright, just making some notes here.
Christ favors you, I see.
So, let's see who's matched up here. We have Adewald versus Sir Alan. And Marcus versus Sir Germain the Dragon.
Come, let us do battle, Sir Germain.
You want to face off first?
Non-lethal.
Yes. So all damage is halved. And Germain the Dragon steps up, kind of shakes his fingers out, and he's like, "Ha ha! Ah! Marcus, my boy! I haven't seen you for some time. I got the old log out back if you want to fight that way."
Oh, we shall see. Who God favors.
Yeah, I've heard about your Christian God. If only you could turn this water skin into wine for me. He just starts, like, he drinks a bunch of water and then, like, puts it all over himself so his armor can be cooled down. Then he draws his sword and shield and, like, bangs them together. And he's like, "Well, Sir Marcus, any final words?"
Yes. On guard.
Alright. He rolls his sword. That is a success. Alright, you win that one. Go ahead and roll damage.
What are the conditions for victory?
First blood. Unless you wanted it to be something different. You
No,
are the
that's fine.
tournament
First blood,
sponsor.
I think, yeah. Is it first blood or what is it? I'm not sure, but yeah, this does
Yeah,
something.
first blood.
Okay. Yeah, you don't deal any damage to him with your wrapped weapon. So he reaches out with his sword and kind of slaps your shield with his shield and tries to, like, stab over it in a downward jerking motion. 11. It's okay. Alright, you guys tie. Your weapons go flying. Squires bring you both a new set
It's
of
actually
swords.
13.
Is it
because,
13? Well,
Yeah,
then you
because
win.
he's 22. Yeah.
Then you win.